What's good with y'all, bro? Let's actually understand the mind real quick in your mind. So, the mind, right? The mind is not the thing that thinks, that is your intellect. The mind is also not the brain. The brain actually interprets information and it actually interprets the mind. Let me explain because your mind, right, is your own personal group of information that you identify with and base your thoughts out of. The information coming from your ideologies, your beliefs, your memories, all that type of stuff. And then your brain actually interprets this information that you identify with. So here's an example of this, right? A person who has memories of being attacked by a dog will now see a dog and then get scared because their brain is interpreting the information that they already identify with, that being that they got attacked by a dog and that dogs are scary. Now, a person who loves dogs may see the same exact dog and want to pet the dog and stuff like that because their brain interprets that information, the fact that they actually like dogs and stuff like that. So if you look at this picture, right, inside of this picture, you have space and then you have all these stars, right? Space, imagine that space is just infinitely expanding inside this picture, right? Now, with that being said, space is the mind, and then the stars are the information that's inside of the mind. Stars give off light. Light is just intelligence acting itself out. Light is information. I explained that in my Psychology of Spiritual PowerPoint. With that being said, right, space is the mind, and everything inside of the mind is information inside the mind. Hold up, because when I said that everything inside the mind is information inside the mind, I meant to say that everything inside of space is information inside the mind. Because like the planets and the stars, right? It's just information inside the universal mind acting itself out. And I'm about to explain that a bit more. Because like you're gonna see, we all inherently know this. You know how like inside your dreams you're inside the mind and stuff like that? You're inside your mind, but information is appearing as people, can appear as the earth and other planets and freaking cars and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So with inside the mind, information acts itself out and can appear in physical forms the same way it does inside your dream. Like, you get what I'm saying? When you have a dream, you're just experiencing information acting itself out inside of your mind. And it's the same thing here, just with the universal mind, and everything else is information acting itself out in the universal mind. You get what I'm saying? It's the same with space. Now, with that being said, your mind, right, is like if you saw this whole entire mind, right, and you identified with only some information within inside of this mind. You know what I'm saying? Now that you have a group of stars, right, that's your mind. That's the stuff that you base your thoughts out of. Like when you think a thought, that's like a star that's acting itself out. Back to the old example, right? Let's say that inside this circle, right, has the memory of a dog attacking you. Anytime you see a dog, that star is going to act. But inside this other one, right, that's where you have the memory of loving dogs. When you see a dog, that star acts itself out, and then you actually like the dog and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? But it's only because you're identified with certain stars. You're identified with certain information. If you broke the circle, you could interpret the information of the whole entire cosmos. You could interpret every single star. You see what I'm saying? So your mind is just information that you identify with, coming from your memories, ideologies, beliefs. I already said that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? When you expand beyond that, you interpret the whole entire cosmos. You interpret all the stars. That's why it's so important to actually understand this, and why it's important to expand your mind and go beyond the information you identify with. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, if you have bad information, you're going to base your thoughts and actions out of bad information. But even with the good information, yeah, you'll base your thoughts and emotions and actions off good information. But sometimes you're in certain situations where you need to just simply be perceptive. You know what I'm saying? You need to be able to perceive what's actually going on. Most people see what's going on and then they filter that through their mind. They filter that through the information they already identify with. Remember the dog example? Some person sees scary dog, some person sees good dog. You know what I'm saying? You should only really just see dog. You shouldn't see, I want a pet dog. You shouldn't see the dog may bite me. It's just dog. You know what I'm saying? And if you are very perceptive, you'll be able to tell if the dog is vicious or not. You know, because you may want to pet the dog and the dog bites you, or you may want to, or you may be afraid of the dog and the dog actually very nice and stuff like that. When you're just perceptive, you're able to actually tell. You don't go off your own information, because sometimes you're in situations that you've never really, that you like. If you're in a situation, right, but you don't have any memories for it, any thoughts and ideology for it, it's going to be hard to go off of your own information because you have nothing to actually, compare the situation to. You could only be perceptive at that point. And when you become perceptive, right, your brain filters it through all the information of the cosmos, not just certain stars. You get all the stars. So therefore you get all the information and you know exactly what to do and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying, bro? So yeah, if you have good information, it can help make better decisions. But at the end of the day, you shouldn't just want some good information. You should want all the information. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, bro, the information inside your head needs to change. Like, you know how like logic is not always like for example, what you do today may not work tomorrow. But if you only go off what's inside your mind and you only go off your information you identify with, you may start to think like that. You see what I'm saying? So you get the point. That's this video. Your mind versus universal mind. Your mind's a group of stars. The big mind is all the stars. You get the point. Peace.